Thank you, everybody, and welcome to our monthly Marin Interfaith Council meditation. We are so blessed today to have with us a beloved friend of the Marin Interfaith Council and former board president, Leili First. Dr. Leili First is a student of Sufism, a longtime member of the International Association of Sufism and the Sufi Women Organization. She's given lectures on Sufism at colleges and universities and presented at the annual Sufism Symposium and Parliament of the World's Religions. And as mentioned before, she served on an MIC board from around 2003 to 2008, and again from 2014 until 2021. And we are so blessed and grateful to have you with us, Leili, and we love you and adore you, and thank you for leading us in our meditation tonight.
Thank you so very much. Thank you, Reverend Scott Quinn. Thank you, MIC. Thank you, Esmeralda. I really appreciate this opportunity. I'm grateful to have a chance to introduce the teachings and the practice which has been so precious to me for more than 30 years now. Thank you especially to my teachers, Dr. Nahid Anga, Dr. Ali Kionpar, who are both very wise Sufi masters, and they are the co-founders and co-directors of the International Association of Sufism, and they're also my own teachers with whom I study Sufism. And welcome all of you. I'm really glad to see you tonight. So as always on these Wednesday evening meditations, it's a wonderful time that we all meet with respect for ourselves and for one another, and we guard and protect our privacy. And you're all welcome to participate as you wish. There I will explain a little bit about what we're going to be doing and about Sufism and the goals of Sufi meditation. I'll lead a brief meditation and I'll leave time for comments and questions at the end. You are welcome to participate as you wish. And as always, there's so much stuff going on all around us. The world is a little bit crazy, I think, these days. And we are very blessed to have this short time together where each one of us decided to focus on spirituality. So for this short time together, I invite us all to let go of everything outside of our own selves so that we can return to the peace, tranquility, safety, and wisdom that is within us. Dr. Kionpar taught, in the heart of every human being is a direct connection with God. Our greatest blessing comes in discovering this. In the heart of every human being is a direct connection with God. Our greatest blessing comes in discovering this. And that's from his book, Seasons of the Soul, which has beautiful wisdom for every day of the year. Dr. Nahid Anga has taught, in Sufism, the law of meditation follows the essential rule of self-discovery. And that happens when a seeker is attracted and attuned towards the divine. That's from the book of Sufi Wisdom, which also has very wise observations and inspirations. Again, in Sufism, the law of meditation follows the essential rule of self-discovery. And that happens when a seeker is attracted and attuned towards the divine. So many of you are probably at least a little bit familiar with Sufism. I know some of you I have seen before in meditations here on Wednesdays when I've led them. But just as a review and to information for those for whom it may be new, Sufism is known as the inner path of Islam. So the Quran is the holy book of Islam and of Sufis. And Sufis, as all Muslims, recognize Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, as well as prophets and holy books of other traditions, particularly the Abrahamic or monotheistic traditions, which includes Judaism and Christianity. As an inner mystical path, Sufi teaching focuses on the essence of a being, especially a human being, which is the reality of the self, rather than the appearance or manifestation in the world of nature. Sufis also understand that religion is the fact of a human being, and it has no label. So I'd like to share some of the key teachings of Sufism. I have a couple of passages from actually a very recent book, a new translation with commentary of the Manifestations of Thought, written by Shah Maksud Sadiq Anga, who is the Grand Master of our school. And these teachings especially will highlight the importance and value of meditation in the practice for Sufi. Every manifestation appears from and is based upon a fixed point of its actuality. Everything in this universe has its reality, and the center of eternity extends from the heart of the particle to the heart of eternity. Again, every manifestation appears from and is based upon a fixed point of its actuality. Everything in this universe has its reality, and the center of eternity extends from the heart of the particle or human being to the heart of eternity. So this tells us that what we see in the mirror, our physical self, even our logical thinking self, doesn't tell the whole story of ourself. In fact, the reality or essence of our own self is firmly fixed and connected to the center of eternity. We might describe this point, which is the center of eternity, as God, or as the singularity which produced the Big Bang, and thus the entire universe. For Sufis, God is not a being which exists outside ourselves, and so we don't look towards the sky or the heavens to find God. We look to find this source within our own selves, within our hearts. The other passage I'd like to share from the same book. For a human being who, according to the dictates of nature, has learned to rely on his senses and regard them as the doorway to knowledge, it is difficult to take a different step to build the foundation of his understanding. Knowing is the unveiling of the essential center of knowledge inherent within every particle, including the human being, which has perfect knowledge of its own self. For a human being who, according to the dictates of nature, has learned to rely on his senses and regard them as the doorway to knowledge, it is difficult to take a different step to build the foundation of his understanding. Knowing is the unveiling of the essential center of knowledge inherent within every particle, including the human being, which has perfect knowledge of its own self. So once again, we see that we have the essential center of knowledge wrapped within our own self. It is a place the mind cannot reach. It is within our heart. And the different step, that difficult different step we need to take to unveil this center and build the foundation of our understanding is precisely meditation, which is different from thinking. Thinking is the mind. Meditation, we are going inwards towards our hearts to make that direct connection with the eternal, the absolute, the reality, or God. So as we move towards our meditation practice, I know all of you have some familiarity with meditation, and there are so many different ways of approaching meditation. Each different practice has its own goal and its own methods and practices, and I suspect they're all useful. Every form of meditation, whether it's leading you to peace or tranquility or calming or mindfulness, in whatever may be the goal, I think it's all useful for human beings. And they're all different ways to give us a break from the mind, from the ordinary, from the outside, from the distractions. For Sufi meditation, the specific goal is to find the point of connection within our own hearts. From the beginning, one thing I shared, in the heart of every human being is a direct connection with God. Our greatest blessing comes in discovering this. That's why Sufis meditate. And there are a couple of absolute necessities for meditation in Sufism. The first of these is a longing heart. And longing isn't the same as wishing or desiring. It's not like you want a hamburger or you want the rain to stop just for one day. Longing comes from deep within yourself, and it is a quest for something that you cannot live without. It is a deep desire for knowing your own self, knowing your reason, your meaning, your future, your why. Why am I here? Who am I? And that longing is so strong that it cannot be denied. That's the kind of longing that stays with you day after day after day. That's the longing that is needed for meditation and for success in finding that connection. The other necessity for Sufis in meditation is a teacher. The teacher is identified as one who has traveled the path before you, one who knows every step, every footfall, every hazard along the journey, all the way to completion. And the one who knows this, knows you, can see you, can help protect you, brush the dust from your feet on the path, and protect you mostly from your own self. Our scariest obstacles and sometimes our biggest enemy on a path of knowledge is our own self. It is our brilliant mind, who we know our minds want to jump around and they want to fix things and make it better. It's kind of like some of those technology assistants. There's that little talking paperclip that I think is finally gone. The one that's always jumping in and trying to make it better and trying to guess what you want and distracting you and throwing you off track. Well, our mind's kind of like that little talking paperclip. And we know that. We've all experienced that. A teacher will help us, protect us from our minds, which can lead us astray, and our imaginations, and protect us from real hazards in the path and from the consequence of error. So the teacher is an important guide for us along the path of this Sufi practice, especially in meditation. So as we move into the actual meditation practice, I will describe what we're going to be doing is the heartbeat meditation, which is the most foundational meditation for Sufis. And we'll be closing off everything else from ourselves, from our awareness, bringing all our concentration and energy to our heart and listening, actually listening to hear our own heartbeat. One of the precious things that we as human beings have is our own heartbeat. It goes along, and we know, how often do we listen to our heartbeat? Probably never. Probably our doctor hears our own heartbeat more than we do ourselves. It keeps beating all by itself. It signals the beginning of life. Shortly after conception, way before we made an appearance on the earth, it began our life. It continues our life all the way to the end. And the end of our life is marked when the heartbeat stops. If in our everyday, day-to-day life, we can stop everything that we're busy with, stop our minds, be very, very quiet, and listen with our inner ear and hear our actual heartbeat, that's confirmation for certain I am alive. When I hear and am fully aware of my own heartbeat, I know without doubt or question, I know I'm alive. And really, that's the only thing I can know with certainty, my own self, my own life. So that's what we'll be working on. We'll be bringing all of our energy and focusing inside to our hearts and listening to our heartbeat. As we do this, as we prepare for meditation, we want to sit comfortably. So I invite you all to sit comfortably with your back straight. That's important to keep a very straight alignment. Think of yourself even as a lightning rod. You want to collect all the energy, very straight line. So you want to keep your back very straight and be comfortable. So you may sit with your feet on the floor if you wish. I'm sitting cross-legged because it's more comfortable for me. Whatever works for you to keep your back straight. And as we ease into the meditation, you may very well wish to close your eyes. It gives you privacy, and it helps, I know for me, it helps a lot, reduce distraction. Because for this time, we're not going to be engaged with the outside world. We're engaging with our own inner self, our essence, our energy that's within. So get in a comfortable position with your back straight. Close your eyes if you wish, if comfortable for you. If not, soften your gaze so that things outside you aren't distracting you or drawing you away. Then be aware of your breathing. Don't change anything, just be aware. Breathing out and breathing in. Breathing out and breathing in. And as you breathe out, you can release anything negative, any negative thoughts, any stress or tension, and breathe in fresh air. Breathe in hope. Breathe in truth. Breathe in peace. And as you're breathing, make sure you're present in this place and time. Don't be thinking about the technology headaches that you had 10 minutes ago, like some of us did. Don't be thinking about where you need to be in an hour. You've committed to yourself this short time for meditation. Give this time to your own self. Be present. Be present in your physical body. Be aware of the boundaries of your body, the majesty and mystery of your physical self, which contains all those pieces and parts that make up you. They provide a container that for this time and your life on earth is the home for your essence. That electromagnetic energy that is your essence is within your body. Breathing in and breathing out. Take a few moments to scan your body, all the way from the top of your head, down through your head, your neck, your spine, down your arms, all the way out to your fingertips. Down through your core, to your hips, all the way down your legs to your toes. Anywhere in your body where you find discomfort or tension, breathe into that spot. Breathe into it with intention to release and heal. And on the out breath, let that take away any tension or discomfort. Feel all the tension anywhere in your body just being released. And as any thoughts come into your mind, release those too. If they're important, you can come back to them later. But for now, let them rest. Let your mind rest. It works very hard. This is a chance for your mind to rest. So release those thoughts. And instead, gather your energy towards your chest. All the energy throughout your body, and that we scatter outside ourselves, focusing our attention on everything but our own selves, everybody else, all the news, all the colors and lights and sounds and smells, all the commotion out there. For this time, it's not present. Bring that energy instead back inside yourself, toward your chest, toward your heart. We deserve to take all of our energy for our spiritual journey. as you bring your energy to your chest and into your heart, focus on your heartbeat. Listen to hear your heartbeat. Can't really hear it with the ears on the sides of your head. You need to hear it with your inner ear, the ear of your heart. See if you can hear your heartbeat. Listen to your heartbeat. If you have a hard time hearing your heartbeat, sometimes it helps to lightly rest your hand over your heart. I find sometimes that helps me to focus my attention on my heart. You can try that if you wish. Listen to your heartbeat. Another thing you can try if you're having a hard time hearing your heartbeat is to hold your breath for a few moments. Sometimes that helps too. Makes it easier to hear your heartbeat. Listen to your heartbeat and know that you are alive. Listen to your heartbeat. As all your attention and energy are focused in your heart, know that this is the point of connection. This is your point of connection with the divine, with your own essence, with the divine essence. You may see a point of light in your heart, like a star. If you do, know that that's the point of connection. Ever-present energy from the essence of the existence, continuously connected to you, continuously nourishing you, continuously guiding you, from the beginning, before you had the form you have now, continuing throughout your life and beyond. If you see that point of light, treasure it and try to hold it. Listen to your heartbeat. Listen to your heartbeat. I invite you now to take a deep breath. Hold it for a moment and release it. As you take another deep breath, you can gradually come out of this short meditation and rejoin our circle. And whenever you're all back, I welcome you back. I hope it was peaceful, fruitful, and I would welcome any sharing that anyone would wish to offer or any questions that anyone may have.
And thank you, Leili. And we'll also turn off the recording so everybody could share freely.
Thank you.